Greetings, blessings, salutations, and a beautiful Friday evening to all of my lovely astrolites watching me out there. So, this video was inspired to me. Oh, okay. Got frozen there for a second. So, this video was inspired by a, a woman's question on Quora. And she was asking, or rather, she was telling me that a guy she was seeing said that his goal is not to only just sleep with you or sleep with her. And I found this kind of intriguing. Uh, More disgusted than intriguing, but basically, this is why I'm doing the video, Obby. So, I was really considering what she had said, and basically, fellas, what's wrong with you? That's what I gotta say. My goal is not to just sleep with you. What what half brain? Why would you even say that in the first place? What possessed you to say something of such vulgarity? And I even said this when I answered on Quora. I was like, because this was just baffling. She said she was confused. There's nothing confusing about it, hun. He's playing you. And this is what I told her when I was answering her question on Core. He's playing you. If he was really a man, he would say something more along the lines of, I want to go steady with you. I want you to be my wife. I want you to, something along those lines. I want a future with you. Just the basics. Because what this guy was saying was textbook high school garbage. My goal is not just to sleep with you. It is if you're just gonna straight up say it like that. When they say that, that is their goal. Because they want you to believe that there's actually something more. There, give me one sec. Okay. I just had to answer my mother for a moment. Much love if she's watching this. Oh, and happy Mother's Day. I'm not going to be able to get to see you, Mom, but I'm praying for your safety for a nice flight back home. So, anyway, as I was saying, men do not say this. Real men don't say this. So, if you look in, excuse me, if you look inside of my description, I put hashtag American Pie. And the reason for that is so the premise of that movie, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, it's a classic. I guarantee you're gonna love it. But anyway, the premise was these group of guys. They make a pact to lose their virginity before they graduate. And excuse me, Oz and Heather, played by Chris Klein and Mina Suvari, they were a little different. Um, a football player and a choir girl both looking for something real. And they found it. It didn't seem that way for a second because Oz was trying to tell her how he felt about her, and she thought that he was saying the same thing that the guy was saying, the guy I mentioned earlier. And he was like, no, let me finish. And I can't quote it verbatim, but basically, the title of my video is pretty much where I got that from. He was basically saying there's no more there's no point in scoring anymore if you've already won. You guys remember that? The ones who seen American Pie? Yeah, he said something along those lines. And guys need to be more like that because he was preaching there for a second. If you've already won, what's the point in scoring? It's like we're going back to Homo sapien times, back to caveman times, where all we want to do is uh, grunt and make fire and do all sorts of unspeakable things to women. Grow up, please. It's the same shtick every daggone time. How many times do we have to go through this, Astrolites? Men's behavior is getting out of line. It's getting out of control. My goal is not to just sleep with you. Yes, it is if you're saying something like that. It's it's so ridiculous. Just say you want to go steady, you see a future, something. Don't say anything that involves sleeping, even if it doesn't, but it does. Don't say anything that involves sleeping with somebody. That does not bode well. But yeah, American Pie, that was a great movie. That was a great part of the film. I'd say it was my personal favorite because he made a lot of sense. You've won the game. Why do you feel the need to keep scoring endlessly? Stop saying such vulgar things. I have to hear it just about every day when I'm going to work. And these young bucks, these people a little bit younger than me, they say a lot of stuff along the lines of which I'm talking about tonight. This stuff's got to stop. I mean, ladies, that is a major red flag when a guy says that. Major red flag. If you know a guy and you're really into him and somehow they try to sneak that in by just saying, "Well, my goal is not to only just sleep with you." Oh, what is it? You're gonna leave afterwards while I'm still sleeping? Like, what's going on here? That's gonna be the woman's mentality. That she's gonna be like, why would he say something like that? I'm all out confused. I'm here to tell you that you don't have to be confused because they are looking to sleep with you. Excuse me. They are looking to sleep with you anytime they say something like that. That's the same thing as like, well, I'm not trying to see you naked yet. Like, well, there's no sense in saying it. Like, fellas, you need to get your act together because those are the same women who will pepper spray you until the can is empty just for saying something that stupid and vulgar. I'm telling you, ladies, you gotta look out for these red flags here. You gotta look out for them. That is a major red flag. You don't want a guy who says something like that. If they say something like that, uh, leave well enough alone. Don't even bother. Do not pass go, collect $200, none of that. Just flat out leave them in the dust. My goal's not to just sleep with you. That's what you mean. I'm pretty sure that's not what she meant, but thank you for telling on yourself. It gets on my nerves when fellas don't want to be gentlemen anymore. It sucks. We don't have any gentlemen anymore. That's part of the problem these days. Get your act together. Ladies, be on the lookout for these guys. If they say they're not trying to just sleep with you, they are trying to sleep with you when they say that. Because otherwise, they would have said something completely different. If a woman asks you, where do you see this going? Your response should be, well, I was hoping that we could go steady and see where the future takes us. Um, or I haven't given it much thought, which is kind of bad if you think about it. But oh, let's be honest, that one's pretty bad. You have to know the answer to that question. If a woman asks you, where do you see this going? Your response, fellas, it needs to be the right one. It has to be, well, I was hoping that we could take things steady. You'd be my girl. We could plan out an amazing future. Something along those lines, you know? So, where do you see this going? Well, I'm not trying. My goal isn't to just sleep with you. That's what it should have had a V8. Just please slap them anytime they say something that dumb. Watch out for when a guy says that to you. You're going to know what you need to know right then and there. Trust your instincts. Okay? Well, I hope that answered your question. And ladies, I hope I helped you out for when you're planning to take things steady to the next level. But be on the lookout when a guy says that vulgarity. Trust me, you're going to be the better off for it. I tell you as many times as I can, you are worth more than you think. Trust your instincts. If you know a guy is scum because you read between the lines, you found out what he was actually trying to do with you, then ghost him. Like, do what you need to do. Trust your instincts. All right. Well, I hope I helped you Astrolites out tonight. I want to thank you all for checking out my videos. Thank you so much. I'm getting so much closer to getting the full 200 videos up. Nearly getting to 200. That's amazing. And I want to thank you all for helping me out, showing me the love, giving me your feedback. Sensational vibes only, just as a reminder. And for all of the women who are mothers or planning to become mothers, I just want to say Happy Mother's Day to one and all. I love you all. We'll talk soon. Enjoy your Friday evening. Good night.